It's Live 105. I'm here with Blaqk Audio, Davey, and Jade. Welcome to the studios.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. I know you guys got a lot going on right now. The record's out, and you got shows, you got a plan, you got rehearsals and whatnots.
Yeah, we just got back from Los Angeles.
Are done. It's time
we
to
rehearsed
play for real
on
for the first time.
Two nights the night.
Like how have the rehearsals been going? Because this is a whole different thing. What's going on with Blaqk Audio compared to your lives in AFI? And how do you rehearse for this? If you don't mind my asking.
It's the same thing as we're going to do. Just had all my keyboards set up, laptops, and just played.
Yeah. Same thing.
Couple days.
Are you super nervous? Tonight's the first night.
No, I'm excited. I'm anxious.
You know, the worst thing that can really happen is all your music cuts out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if the computers crash.
That would be a bit of a buzzkill.
Yeah,
But,
I've seen that happen quite a bit.
We've done this once before, this interview process. I don't think you were there, Jay, but Davey, you were there, and you probably don't, I don't know if you remember this part of it, but at the Shoreline many years ago, it was Halloween, and you guys were opening up for Jane's Addiction.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that show?
Yeah, absolutely.
A long time ago?
Yeah, absolutely. And we opened the show, not us, but the band AFI opened up that show, and they had us actually on before the ticket said doors were open, which was a very surreal experience to play to the Shoreline Amphitheater.
Seats.
Before doors.
Before doors. There was like maybe 50, 60 people there in the shed.
But they were like fans.
They were.
It was okay.
It was very weird. It was like similar to our shows at like 924 Gilman Street in the very early 90s, but at the Shoreline Amphitheater.
Yeah.
So they let everybody run down to the front, and so we played to the 50 or 60 people there, and there were, 5 other bands on the bill, or 4, and the back line pushed us to the edge of the stage too. So not only was that going on, but we had a strip maybe 2.5 feet deep that we had to laterally work with.
Right.
Yeah.
Stay within the tape lines.
Yeah.
Or we'll have your heads.
So it was it was an honor to play with James. Love Perry. One of as a singer, one of my main inspirations.
What's your go-to Jane's record?
They're all 3 of them are great.
Okay.
I guess Ritual. But Nothing Shocking and the live record. Those are all fantastic.
Stiff Kittens is just one of many quality tracks you can get on the new compact disc.
Yeah.
Sex Sells with C's. The show is beyond sold out tonight, so if you're going to try and go down there, you better know somebody, A, in the band, or the security guy, or the guy running the door.
Or a tunnel.
I tried to put someone on the guest list today, and they wouldn't let me.
What?
Yeah, no, it's not happening today.
You're one of 2 guys in the band?
It is beyond sold out. Yeah, exactly.
It's not happening today.
That's a rough ticket.
Yeah, it's rough.
God's sake.
Yeah.
I can't even get in. So that leads us to open this door. Is there going to be another tour, or is there talk about that for you guys to come back through?
We don't really know.
Town back probably Cow Palace.
Oh yeah, the Cow Palace has an offer in, but we don't know if that's big enough.
We're gonna scale it down to 400.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I'll make some calls.
Okay,
thanks.
I know a few people.
Maybe we could just play at your house or something.
Yeah?
Do you have a house?
I do have a house.
I live in a tent behind
Cow
Jade's
Palace
house.
or your house, either way.
Yeah, either way. Because both would probably accommodate
What
our
is the
needs.
Cow Palace? I've never even been there.
I saw Motley Crue at the Cow Palace.
Oh, sweet.
And I saw 9 Inch Nails at the Cow Palace too.
Crue at the Palace.
Yeah. It was Motley Crue and Poison opened for them.
They're still doing that same tour, actually.
Probably.
They still are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say bad butt is what I was going to say. I don't know if you can use the other expletive for the butt word on Live 105.
Bad
Can you?
butt is better anyway.
Yeah, I would prefer to say bad
We
butt.
are FCC regulated, and I don't want to chance
Let's not push the envelope here. This is just nice,
Do they still do shows at the Cow Palace? I don't think they do.
Family-fed music. I don't know. I saw something there. I don't know. I guess it was like 7 years ago.
It's been a while.
I saw that they were having like a
7 years ago.
tattoo show there, tattoo expo or something.
The Expo Extravaganza.
Yeah,
Cows took over again. Probably.
those are kind of nightmarish.
Really?
The sound, everywhere, which is really an unsettling sound.
Ugh.
It really is. If you know what it feels like.
How often do you frequent the tat shop and go in? And what inspires you to go get a tattoo?
I had to cancel an appointment actually just last weekend because all of a sudden our rehearsals got changed and I had to go down to LA, but I was going to go in last weekend. I hate getting tattooed.
You do?
We were just talking about getting tattooed.
Yeah, I found out that it was permanent though, and I said no way.
Yeah, it is. They didn't tell me. I was in the shower like 3 weeks later. I'm like, this isn't coming off, and I called them, and they're like, no, actually,
it's not for me.
It doesn't come off. I'm like, ever? Record came out when? 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Pretty exciting. Been working on it for 5 years.
Yeah, that's a while.
So we've been talking about it for 5 years.
Yeah, we've been talking about it.
The timing was finally right. When was the timing not right? The last 4 years or 4.5 years?
We were pretty busy with the last 2 records.
Yeah, we were very busy with the AFI
any time
business, but yeah, I was thinking like there's one of the B-sides that made it into some release, some form of the release, Mute, and someone mentioned it, and I thought about the lyrics, and man, that was written a long, long time ago. Let me tell you, people.
I remember the first time I mentioned Blaqk Audio, I think we were in England doing writing leads. I think it was like Rolling Stone or someone was interviewing us, and I mentioned it, and that was like 2003, like early 2003.
Yeah, it was in 2003. So we definitely. I remember like that. Like Mute was written well before Mute and Snuff on Digital, and Black Electric, and a few other songs that people haven't heard were written well before the AFI record Sing the Sorrow, which came out in 2003.
Wow.
And it was written in 2002, right?
It's all dates.
Yeah, just numbers. Just silly little crazy numbers.
Why now though? Like, what was it where you just kind of like, all right, AFI, let's take a massive break. We got to do this, but you guys can't stop.
We kind of saw that we were about to finish touring with Summer Underground, and we're like, we better do this now before something else comes up.
Right.
A new record starts or some other tour. So, I just started finishing all the songs, all the ideas I had.
Yeah.
And then, Dave started writing the lyrics and melodies, and then we just jumped in the studio for like 4 or 5 days. That's the only time we spent in the studio. It was so quick.
Yeah, it was really fast. It was so inspirational because, I mean, most of what appears on Sex Cells has been written over the past 6 or 7 months, and Jade we'd be on tour together, and like, I'd come into the bus and he'd have been sitting there for 9 hours and be like, check this out, check out this Blaqk Audio track, and it would always be just so inspirational and amazing, and
it's like Tony Robbins over here.
Yeah, yeah,
the musical Tony Robbins.
So, we really wanted to do it, really wanted to make it happen, and have it be realized and come out finally after all these years of talking about it. It was something that we had to do for ourselves.
Well, it worked out pretty well. I know the fans are pretty happy with it.
Yeah, so far people seem to really like it. It's really nice. Anybody who's open to the style of music seems to appreciate it, which is great. I mean, there's a few people who for some reason expected it to be rock or hardcore or reggae or something.
Reggae.
I don't know, or ska, or I don't know. But if you're not one of those people, it seems to be working out well for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
And have fun tonight.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Don't let the computer lock up. If I'm not telling you how to do the show.
We'll play charades.
Advice.
Well, you got an Atari, so I think everything should be good.
Yeah.
Have fun on the tour too.
Thank you.
Travel stuff.
Thanks for having us.
Davey, Jade, thanks you guys.
Absolutely.
It is Live 105.